Once again, hello and welcome to another You Matter Chat Show with myself, friends, and the man, Mr. Andy Leake. How are we doing, sir?
Andy Leake, the Nearly Forgot. Good evening, Richard. Good evening for Nearly Forgot. I was literally sat having my tea and Scott messaged me the link to go on live. I was thinking I'd forgotten what day it was. I'd forgotten what time it was. I was just about to go and walk the dog, so it was a good job I checked my phone, Scott.
Well, yeah, it's a bit of rubbish show if it's just me.
It's been a holiday, isn't it? It's like it all molds into one. So it's yeah.
Sure, you say you're becoming a man of leisure. That's the problem.
I know. I've only got 2 more weeks on, and it's back in. So I've got to start getting up in the morning and get used to it a bit more. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, they said Richard's with us. Linda's also just tuned in.
Rich,
some other people watching. So get in the comments and say hello. So nice to have everybody on, but we also like to hear from all of you. Even if you just say hello, give us a wave, anything, just let us know you're there.
All right, Rich isn't a train driver, and he's like watching it on his phone, he says, at work. He used to watch where he's going.
That is true. If he's a driver, we're in trouble.
Oh, is he? Well, yeah, you're driving and watching, Richard. That'd be very unprofessional. Good evening, Linda. I hope thee as well. Saw Linda the weekend. She was out of her face on Prosecco, popped her cork. She did again.
Lovely.
Smashed out of her tree on Prosecco, she was.
It's what weekends are for, though, isn't it? I mean, let's
it is, yeah. Linda loves them. She can't get there quick enough. She just, as soon as Friday's up, mate, she's straight in that top shelf in her cupboard.
Michelle Keeley says hello as well. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for saying hello.
Hello,
welcome to the show.
Hello.
Linda's clapping. I don't know if she's clapping. Is that a clap?
I think it's a wave, isn't it? Let me put my shades on. It's a wave, isn't it, I think?
It is a wave. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wave. Yeah.
That might have been before you told everyone that she was drunk on Prosecco, though.
Yeah. She'll rescind that politeness, won't she? Hammered she was, mate. Smashed out of her face. She was dancing on the tables, shouting at people in the streets. It was embarrassing, if I've got to say so, Scott. It was embarrassing.
What's embarrassing about that? She was having a good time.
Well, she got her top on, which is good. That was a start. That was a bonus, because I've heard rumours, but it's it was I just drove on. I just left her to it, drove on. It was embarrassing.
No, you're an old one before your time, mate.
So Scott tonight's got to get away, folks. You may have seen the post. Scott tonight has got to get away at 8:30 on the nail because he's got a lot of people coming around in bikinis and shorts, and they're going to put sand all over his lounge and have a Love Island party. And I've got some interesting facts, Scott. I'm going to test you on some facts of Love Island. Now, admittedly, this quote, this is a 2020 fact file I found. So okay. I think, so right, see how good you are, because I know this is your first season of Addiction, isn't it?
It is. To be fair, if it's on Love Island pre this one, then I ain't got a clue.
I think it's just, I've literally gone cold. It's just a facts file, so I'm just going to sort of try and make questions out of the facts.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is the villa?
It's in Mallorca, just outside of like Magaluf area, sort of thing. Palmanova. Well, I don't know what you call the actual area, but it's just outside of Magaluf area.
It's Mallorca, correct? It's just outside the town of San Laurent des Cardassare. If any of those residents are watching, I apologise for the mispronunciation of your beautiful, beautiful coastal town. It's on top of a very steep hill, so that no one can spy or pap the islanders. I'm assuming that's paparazzi. And you can. Here's the thing for you, Scott. Once the show's finished, you get your mates together. You can rent the villa. You could go and do your own Love Island with Scott. So,
although that sounds great, I'm sure there's a hefty price tag that comes with that. If you've seen the villa, it's an amazing villa.
If you were there, the price would come down when they know it was you.
I'm not sure when it'd probably go up, if I'm honest. No one wants to see me walk around in my shorts.
Well, keep a t-shirt on because you do your t-shirt strips out there, wouldn't you? Well, did you know that to get on the show, Scott, you have to actually audition?
I know they have thousands of people apply and they have to go through different stages of auditions.
Yeah, they have different stages of auditions. They have to a form where the contestants fill out their bad habits, likes and dislikes, and their partner tastes. They have to send in a video, and then 1,000 people are interviewed by the producers. In 2018, over 150,000 people applied to go on the show.
That's mad, isn't it?
That's crazy, isn't it? I'm trying to find one with a question. So, how much do they get paid?
I'm not sure. I know they win 50,000.
Yeah, but they get paid being on the show.
I don't know that one.
Have a guess. Have a guess. Have a guess.
Is it like a set fee then, or is it like between a set?
Yeah, they all get the same. Yeah.
Okay. Well, being there's already 50,000 up for grabs, I'm gonna go for 5,000 each.
No, it's a weekly. They get a weekly salary. So considering that they get free food, free sun, and all the other stuff.
Oh, okay. So per week, all right. I suppose because some of them are only in there a couple of days. I'll go for £300 a week then.
Oh, good. 200 to 250. The series is basically been. So good effort. 300 quid. Not a bad effort, man. I reckon you could do this. I reckon we should write you an application.
I'm not sure on what they're looking for, mate.
I'll get the PA on it. Charlie's on. Look, we'll get the PA on. We'll get the PA on to write you an application for Love Island. Charlie, get on the case.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure it'll be a thing, but why Charlie's here, and we're moving away from the fact that I'm sad and watch Love Island. I don't know if anybody else watching was there yesterday, but I went to the sort of is it Mr. T's party in the park yesterday with Charlie and their family. And so it was an excellent day down at is it St. George's Park down at the bottom? Is called that? You know, it's at the bottom opposite the St. George's Church anyway. And weirdly, didn't even know at the time, but Toya Wilcox was performing. Yeah, she was headlining, wasn't she? Yeah. Did you not know? No, I was just there on my jolly. I saw it said Toya in the programme. Just thought it was some person called Toya. I said to my mate, it won't be Toya Wilcox. She won't be down at the park. And then out she pops to the car. I said, actually, that is Toya Wilcox. And did she do it to mystery? She did that, didn't she, surely? I don't know. I didn't know anything that she did. Oh, you're joking? You know, oh, come on, Scott. The only one songs that I knew was songs she sang of the other people's. I thought, I know this one, but it's someone else's. Because she did It's a Mystery, didn't she? She must have sang It's a Mystery. It's the only thing she's famous for, apart from her videos online now, where she does like to get a couple of points over quite prominently with her type. I didn't realise she's still releasing songs this day. She released one just before COVID hit. Okay. Yeah, because she does a lot of online stuff with her husband, doesn't she? Robert Fripp, who is a very, very well-known guitarist and was in King Crimson. And they do a lot of online stuff in their kitchen. He plays guitar, she's on an exercise bike singing random songs. It's a bit crazy, to be fair. I think they're both a bit off it, to be honest. Yeah. Well, fairness, as well, for like her age and that, she was jumping around the stage. She was singing loads. And what Charlie says, she did not want to give me her number, despite me keep asking. Pestering. But
Is that why all the police were there?
Go on,
You
just
were
take
there.
it. Just take it.
Is that why all the police were there? Because I did drive past and there was a lot of police cars, and which is good to see, obviously, because that park has a bit of a reputation. But was it really because you were there being a pain in the arse?
It was because they got to call reinforcements. And boy, I just wouldn't take no for an answer.
Well, with your reputation, Scott, it's a good job when you do get on Love Island that in 2018 a new set of sex rules were laid down ahead of the show. There's a ban on personal gratification. There's a ban on full nudity, and restrictions are in place should an islander engage in sex with someone who is drunk. They have to take full STI checks, which I presume is if they've got a Ford Focus or a Fiesta, before entering the village. And there's also a counsellor on set at all times should they want to talk. So those rules are there for you, really, and people like you, aren't they? Promiscuous.
I haven't read the council thing. I saw like something about an old contestant on that who was talking, like when people are like moaning about it, who was talking, saying, "Oh, it's not as bad as you think. They do look after you." And she basically said that when she had sex on telly, the next morning, as she was walking down the corridor, some bloke just popped out of her door and went, "Do you want to come in for a chat?" And then like asked her if she was all right and how she was feeling after it.
Yeah, because I suppose they're a lot of the time, aren't they?
I just found that a bit weird. Like, you spent the night with your boyfriend, you walk out, some weird bloke just pops out the door. Do you want to talk about it?
Your boyfriend is live on telly. You've been drinking a bit of beer. She's probably checking it was all kosher at night. Because these guys are just there for. That's not a boyfriend, is it? Come on, Scott. Now, come on, Scott. Come on.
I refuse to believe that you're telling me they're not in love and they're in it just for fame. I refuse to accept that.
Well, they have got their own branded condoms, and there's a stash of 200 there for them to use during their stay.
Yes, actually, someone did get. Well, it was mentioned when Hugo got kicked out that he said they were given a load of Love Island condoms on the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, yeah.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting stuff. Have we got any comments? What's anybody done this week? Because we've had 2 weeks off, haven't we? Because Scott was commentating last week on Wolves under 23 up the Agbrew, weren't you?
I was. And there was a big Wolves name in there as well.
Yes, Semedo. Did Semedo play, did you say?
Nelson Semedo, yeah.
Played. Yeah, he played on Sunday. He played quite well, actually, on Sunday.
He played at Barcelona, then went to Euros, and now he's getting changed in the Aqua Suite last Monday.
There you go. And he played against Spurs on Sunday as well, I think, if I remember right. Happy days, yeah. He's a good player. Good evening, MPR. Hope you're well. So what has anybody else done in the last fortnight that we can rip you apart about, or anything in the like? Because we've had 2 weeks off. I've been down to Brighton, which was lovely, and got to go to Quadrophenia Alley. Rachel was very pleased. As many people seem to have done this year, I think Brighton's become a bit of a point for a lot of people to go away this year. A lot of my social circle or my friendship circle have gone to Brighton a lot this year. We went down to see Elmer, MPR. We went down to visit MPR. We did for a few days as an ex-work colleague and close friend of Rachel's. Charlie saw Scott 3 times in 1 week. Poor guy, she's saying. I think she's fishing there she's fishing, Scott. She wants a compliment.
Yeah, well, I would say that it was lovely to see her, but I can't learn, live on stream. I just can't do it. No, but I'm so serious. It was a great weekend seeing Charlie 3 times. It's what dreams are made of.
What did you do? What did you do? Did you see her at an event or something? What was going on?
The event just mentioned. I saw her there. And on Friday, we were at a wedding together.
Nice.
Yeah. I was usher.
Huh?
I was usher.
You were usher? Okay. Well, you don't look like him. How did you pull that off?
I started singing, yeah, and yeah.
Oh, I just thought they got you to take the trays of ice creams with one of them things on.
No, well, I thought when they asked me to be usher, I thought I was singing like all of his tracks. I've been practicing for weeks. Turns out they wanted me to tell people where to sit.
Yeah, I mean, when they get, do they still ask? Because it's been millions of years since I've been to a wedding. Are you with the bride or groom? Do you have to ask that still?
It normally is, but this one was it was a sit where you want, like, kind of like everyone mixed. Everyone's friends, you know what I mean? We're all friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sit wherever. And I had to walk down the. We did like in a sort of like, I think it's an American tradition where the grooms will walk the bridesmaids down the aisle.
The groom walks the bridesmaid down the aisle.
Yeah, well, because I was like a groom / usher, so I had to walk down, and then I found out like about 30 seconds before we had to do it that there were steps, so I had to walk down steps in front of everyone.
And you love steps, don't you?
I do love steps, but not those kind of steps. But no, as Charlie said, I don't do compliments. Not even if people deserve them.
I'm guessing that Charlie doesn't deserve them because you really refrained from them from any for it at all.
Yeah, I just don't think it's I'm too miserable really to say nice things to people.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough, mate. It's easier not to, innit? I'm glad you corrected that spelling mistake, Charlie, because I was wondering what's a fay. I was thinking it's going to be some Ute word, innit? Some Ute word.
Yeah, but no, that was So I was walking with my good friend who was bridesmaid down, and I did think if I fall, I'm taking a pregnant woman with me. So yeah, it wouldn't have been great.
It is actually, Charlotte. Yeah, good shout. Good shout. It is. Yes. So you didn't have any mishaps. Everything went according to plan. You behaved yourself.
Always.
And you were up till silly o'clock in the morning, weren't you?
I was, yeah. And then up early the next day for the football.
Yeah.
This is what weekends are for.
It is what weekends are for.
Yeah. You're not the only one forgetting Andy.
I know. To be fair, she's been at work today, and I think it's a case of it's her first day back because we had a week off together, and I think mine's just moulded into one because I'm still off work, and Rachel's gone back today, and sort of I think it's thrown us both out by the look of it because I'm not in her vicinity tonight, so it seems to have thrown us both out, mate. To be truthful,
it does. Well, at least you're a matching pair, right?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We are matching pair. We're going to get matching Suzuki motorbike jackets, even though we haven't got a motorbike. Because that's what you do in it when you're a couple. You get matching jackets.
I wouldn't know, mate. It's been so long since I've been a couple.
Well, how many cameras are there in the villa at Love Island, Scott? Throwing one at you randomly.
Okay, I'll try and work it out from every different camera angle I see. So there's one upstairs, one like that.
Yes, Rachel, while Scott's thinking, I was literally just about to go out the door with Bonnie when Scott messaged, and luckily I checked my phone. Yeah, so I was in the same boat.
I'm going to go for 12.
69.
Is it 69 cameras?
Most are attached to the walls and are controlled by people in the control room, while the ones around the pool are operated by cameramen. They're filming 24/7, and the contestants also have to wear their microphones at all times.
I know that they wear the microphones because you always see it around the neck. But 60 cameras, you don't see that many different angles.
Wow.
So you're saying that there's people in there with them, like all day, like filming around the pool?
In the pool area, so all the buildings, it's controlled room, but around the pool, it's cameramen.
So that's weird. Thing. So obviously, then people are in there all day, just filming whatever people walking around.
Yeah.
That seems like a bit of an annoying job. Just stood filming people for like all day, just literally. Because I know what like they put on the telly, like there's entertaining bits, but there's gonna be times where they're literally just sat around doing nothing. That doesn't
must be. Well, apparently, I've got a text, and this you'll know what this is. I have no idea what this is. The infamous texts they received are all sent from the control room, and it's the producers who decide whose lives they're going to ruin that week.
Yeah. So, I mean, this bit is kind of like when you get to it with the show. But like they all have mobile phones to go in with, but they're ones that they've been given. They're not their own mobile phones.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, only the producers have the numbers. And I think they will have their own in them because they text They sometimes message
Well,
each other when they're upset.
On the phone, Scott, it says each islander has a phone given to them. They cannot make calls or texts to the outside world, nor are they allowed to check Twitter to see what the memes are saying. The islanders can only be contacted by the production team via text or phone, and they can also text each other and take selfies during their stay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how I understood it. But like, yeah, I've got a text thing is when they get a text from the producers saying about what's going to happen next, they have to shout out, "I've got a text," and then they have to read the text out for everyone.
Okay. There is a loveislandshop.co.uk, Scott, where you can buy your own named water bottle, should you wish to have one.
I'm not going to speak about that bit.
You've got one, haven't you?
Should we move on from that?
Have you got one?
I've put an order in already.
Okay. Where is he?
I haven't got it with me. I've put the order in.
You've ordered this work.
When it arrives, I'll bring it on a future show when it arrives.
And it's not even here for the party.
No.
You've ordered.
I was late ordering one. I'm an iron about it.
So NPR, it's not me, as you probably gathered, as you quite rightly, surely not me. It's not me. Oh, it's definitely not me. I've got a new bracelet, by the way. Look at that. But yeah, apparently you can buy any true Love Island fan, Scott, will know how iconic these water bottles are. The bottles
I've only watched one season, but I know how iconic they are.
The bottles are given to the islanders to encourage them to drink more water during the hot days.
Mm-hmm. And it's got they've got their own like font as well, so there's like a special font on the side.
You can actually buy the exact water bottle with your own name on it at loveislandshop.co.uk. So you've ordered one.
Yes.
I don't even know what to say. I feel like I should do my review. The villa. I'm going to move on to a fact that just blows that away for a minute. The villa was up for sale recently for £2.5 million.
But it's not the original villa they're in now, is it? Like the first couple of seasons were in a different villa.
Right. Okay.
To a new villa.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm just looking. We've had a few comments come in. Rachel says you're my type on paper. Do you know what she means by that?
On paper, that's not. I don't know about that. That's not very good, is it? On paper,
it's like the classics that Love Island say when someone comes in.
Oh,
they go, you're my type on paper.
So are you telling me my partner, my long-term 12-month partner, nearly almost, might not well be after this, knows the ins and outs of Love Island?
Seems to be. She's I've got a text quote and you're my type on paper. Do you know what I think? You and Rachel actually sit down and watch it every night, and you're just like denying it. I think you know, and all this like I'm reading it off a screen. I think you know all this stuff, yeah.
No, I can't even show you, can I? Unless I can take a picture of my screen, can't I? suppose I can't.
Oh, mate, we've got a confession.
I can't. There it is. Look, that's why I've got my screen split. Look.
Okay, I'll believe you, but there's a confession on the screen.
MWS has popped in. Look, MWS is on. That's obviously that's Maddie. Recently celebrated her 21st birthday as well. Happy birthday, Maddie!
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday for Scott and Andy. Happy birthday to you. Boom! There you go. Look at that, Maddie. No one else gets that. She's a secret fan, Andy Leake. I am devastated. I feel like my world's just crashing around me.
Go back. Charlie says apparently there is a smoking area off camera too, but there are staff there to ensure they don't talk privately to one another. I also heard that the reason it never gets shared on Saturday night is because they get Saturdays off and they go down to the beach.
So they're not in there 24/7 then?
Apparently not. Apparently they get a day off each week.
Well, shit. That's
true. That is. Russell, yeah, ding dong.
Yeah, he's on.
He says he's never watched it or Strictly.
No.
NPR says thank God. Lou Smith says good on you, Russ. Rachel says Maddie Wood, Sunderland, and Connor Dixon have a Love Island water bottles. I mean, it's all coming out now, isn't it? It's all coming out in tonight's show. Apparently, you're in the closet and you love it, really, Andy.
I'm so far in the closet. I'm in Narnia. I'm like,
So, Russ says, I bet there isn't a library. I can't say I've seen one, to be fair.
No, they can't. Yeah, exactly, Russ. They can't read, can they?
Yeah, exactly. It's probably a little bit pointless, that one. And then it would just be for decoration if there is.
I'm lost. I'm feeling, well, I would say almost violated. I feel I need to get a book and cry.
Okay. Because your secret's been outed, is that why? Because you thought they were going to hold your secret forever?
Well, there's that element, but all this time she's lied to me.
I mean, it
Well, she hasn't lied. I've never asked her, to be fair, but I'm just gobsmacked that she knew these little intricacies.
Yeah, mate. And Maddie's even come out and said she's a secret fan. I mean, would Maddie lie? That's the question.
No, Maddie wouldn't lie. No, Maddie's down the middle. Maddie is.
Well, you've won another award, apparently. So the Oscar for the best over dramatic performance goes to. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. I'm pretty sure the answer is you, mate.
Well, when you see my review, I've got a review today, Scott, by the way.
Okay, it's not about a Love Island addict or anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's when I was on it. Yeah, no, it's not. No,
that's
not.
Where I recognise you from.
Yeah, it's the beard, isn't it? Ding dong. Yeah. So what's anybody else? So Love Island. Did I see earlier that Lou Smith's been on a hen weekend, hasn't she? Yeah. 7:46. Lou's been on a hen weekend at a country manor. Been Lady of the Night. She was not Lady of the Night. Sorry, Lou. Lady Muck. Excellent. Saw photos. And yeah, Brighton was really fantastic. So where was your country manor, Lou? Where was that? Was that a posh thing, or a bit of an adventure, or a spa, or an adventure weekend, or was it just getting Larry with a load of girls?
See, what I would say what happened, tell us, but what happens on the hen party stays on the hen party, doesn't it? Even I know those rules.
Well, you weren't there, were you?
On the hen party, but they're the same as stag rules. We know that.
Yeah, they are, but you weren't there, were you?
What, on the hen?
You weren't there as well, were you?
No, not that Lou knows about, but
yeah.
I was hanging around.
Now I've got a picture like that Little Britain, where the ladies in the house, in the big house in the spa with the towel. You know what? Never pays.
It's Bubbles, darling.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. Evening, Tess Louise. Been a while. Nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see you, Tess.
So Russ has outed me. I was the stripper.
Yeah.
So that was a big cake.
Was it out of a cake?
Yeah, and I had the I can't do it without that now.
Did you have like 9 t-shirts on and just kept taking one off?
All with different like comments on.
Yeah. So where was your posh do then, Lou? If you're still watching, where was that? At which country manor was that at? Lady Muck.
A country manor. It seems very posh for a hen party, doesn't it? Normally it's like
that's why I'm
Blackpool or Bognor Regis or something.
Yeah. That's why I'm wondering, was it like a spa or was it just one of those adventure weekends where you sort of go karting or whatever? Well, I'm getting you on, excuse me.
I mean, not boring you, am I, mate?
Keeping me up, and I've got to go to bed early because I want to watch Love Island. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Rachel claimed that she knew it because, when Maddie's been watching it, she's been forced to watch it with her. But I mean, that's the great excuse. You got kids, isn't it? You can do it. I can't exactly make that excuse. I was forced to watch it by who?
I mean, you've got no excuse for the steps or watching Love Island, have you?
I mean, I've never claimed to be much of a man, to be fair.
As long as you're happy, mate. As long as you're happy. Judy's got a question. She's got a question, Scott. She's got a question.
Go on. Yes, I was. And yes, I was wearing a red and white Harry's t-shirt. That was me. So yeah. I was there yesterday. It was a great day, wasn't it? We did have a quick mention about it earlier on. There's some great bands on. I tried to have a little bit of a boogie at one point, but I felt a bit awkward. I'm so old for it. It's just ska music. It's like you want to dance to it, but it's so energetic.
Yeah.
I do like 2 bounces. I'm like,
you can probably in the ska. You can probably get away with maybe a madness one and the bad manners, but that's about it. It's done then. That's it then. Yeah.
I mean, there's some great music going on, and I just had to go for that.
Yeah, good idea.
I couldn't get the else.
Good idea.
Yeah.
There's quite a few things on. There's quite a few things coming up, isn't there? Locally, there's a do at Cookley, September the 18th. There's a do at Cookley Club. Couple of bands, DJ, in aid of mental health and suicide prevention. If anyone's interested, tickets are £10 and they are at Cookley Club, September the 18th evening. That is.
Well, I didn't know about that one. That's a
I'll be sharing some stuff of that. That's a memorial to Stu Tong that many people will know, who unfortunately took his own life a few months ago. But it's a memorial to him, but it'll be a celebration. There's a couple of bands, there's a DJ. It's an evening marquee thing. Starts at 6 p.m. Cookley. It's just some friends have organised this, so I don't know how prominent it is online, to be honest. I don't think there's an events page or anything.
I'm looking on the Cookley page. I can't see anything.
Yeah, no, it's September 18th. It's 6 o'clock start. As I say, it's friends that have organised it, so I don't think there's a particularly massive social media thing, but I'll be pushing it a lot now as well because I'm getting involved on the microphone, gobbing off about mental health. So it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night and something. Yeah. And I think there's one in Stareport on the 25th as well, I believe. I know the Scar Studs has been cancelled at the Town Hall on the 25th. That's been cancelled for the 3rd time. But I think there's one being organised in Stareport. I had a message from somebody asking me if I knew any bands. They've got 5 bands confirmed. But again, I don't know anything about it other than I had a message if I knew any bands that could play.
Okay. Well, I've got some news about an event.
Go on then.
So this is an event taking place in November. It'll be on the Sunday, the 21st of November.
Are we talking? Is it the big one?
We're talking the big one. It's now been confirmed. I'll have details on tickets in September, but it's my comedy night that's going to be taken. Well, I'll say my comedy night. I'm taking part in a comedy night. And this is going to be up in the Glee Club in Birmingham. Also, John Reed, who posts quite a lot, who can't be with us tonight because he's basically got better things to do. But he's also going to be on the stage as well some point during the night. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get some of you there. I'm going to it's going to basically be me come out absolutely firing in front of hundreds of people and then walk off the stage with my head down, red face, probably a broken leg, so I've probably fallen over at some point. So, yeah, get yourselves down, have a watch. It'll be funny for the wrong reasons, basically.
It'll be great, mate. You'll be great. You'll nail it. I'm sure it'll be good fun. Yeah, we'll have to put that into the phone because that's where my world lives. We'll put that in the phone. And November the 21st, Sunday, November the 21st, we'll see if we've got a free night and we will be over, I'm sure, to the Glee Club. It will be the Glum Club when Scott's finished. Have we changed the name?
I think the first time where I said I was going to be doing this thing, someone came and said, "Oh yeah, my friend did a comedy night there." Basically went really bad. Everyone booed him. As he would walk off the stage, he fell off and broke his leg. Brilliant. Yeah, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah. Well, John's doing it as well, isn't he? But John's done it before, hasn't he?
Yes, John's a seasoned pro now.
He is a seasoned pro. So the two of you will be learning to. Well, he could be your mentor. Be your mentor, Scott.
And I've already started to think about my jokes and where I'm going to go with it.
Happy days. Have we got a theme?
I have, but I'm not. I'm going to give nothing away.
No, because your opponents could be watching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They could be stealing my material.
That could be. That's fantastic. Happy days. Look forward to that. Now we've got a lockdown date as well. So we've got plenty to go on in September, October, November. Lou Smith, she went to Stoke-on-Trent. Beautiful country manor, very posh. She had lakes. She said that twice. Hot tub, swimming pool, not parted like that for years. Good on you, Lou. Good on you.
The party like it's 1999.
Good on you. Good to hear you've had a good time and you had a few drinks, no doubt. And
I'm a dancer now. That's pretty good.
You should put that into your comedy sketch because people would laugh at that as well.
Basically, I think my comedy sketch is going to be me coming out, telling people I watch Love Island, my favourite band Steps, and then doing a bit of dancing. And I'll be in stitches, mate.
Well, you'll win. What's the prize?
Comedy is the winner, mate. You know what I mean? That's the winner. Comedy is the winner.
It's for charity, innit? Have you got to sell so many tickets as well, Scott?
Yes. So make sure people buy tickets, otherwise I don't get to perform. And you don't get to see me fall off the stage and do stupid things. But yeah, it's all the money raised is going towards cancer research.
Happy days. Happy days.
All for a good cause. Yeah, have a good night out. Laugh at most people. Laugh at me for the wrong reasons and raise money for charity. So
sounds like. What else are you going to do on a November night? What else are you going to do?
A Sunday night. What do you do on Sundays? Yeah, I mean, no one does anything on Sundays.
Nothing. Sunday nights are usually Sunday nights in previous worlds. Sunday night was always pretty much Monday. It was like you were getting ready, weren't you, for the dread of the next day, making sandwiches, ironing shirts or whatever. Oof.
I mean,
it's not like
Love Island's finished. There's nothing on the Sunday night anymore.
It's going to kill you, isn't it? It's not going to be good. Well, how come the finals on a Monday then?
Oh, well, it's on pretty much every day, but I don't know why they've chosen a Monday for a final.
Oh, it's on every day. Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, mate. It's on a. It's been. I've literally.
It's a weekly
every day apart from a Saturday. That's where they go. That's when they go to the beach.
I thought it was a weekly thing.
Oh no, mate.
So do you watch it every night?
I've watched it every night for like 54 episodes or something like that.
Oh.
54 days straight of Love Island.
Oh man. What are you going to do when it's over? What happens to your life?
I don't know, mate. Too far. Like I've been out places. Think I've got to get back in a minute. Love Island's on.
Has anybody else genuinely, seriously been watching it from start to finish? The same as Scott on the show tonight. Right. Lou, Judy, Russ, Tess. Has anybody been watching Love Island as religiously as Scott has? Surely
there's some. I mean.
Not to be one, NPR. Can't imagine NPR as Charlotte, Michelle Keeley.
Russ straight in there with no. He has not been watching it.
Yeah, no. There's got to be somebody, isn't there? Surely. You can't be on your own.
I hope not.
I don't know who else is watching because I've just gone. No, Russell Hall's got a no. Rich Farlow's gone a nope. Tess Louise is rolling her eyes. I'm assuming that's a no. Or is it? You need to be more specific than that, Tess.
I think that is Tess trying to be like a no.
Yeah, or like unfortunately I did one night. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah. So Lou says I'm sad, cats moving house, lovely neighbours. I don't think anyone's ever described them as lovely before, Lou, to be fair. But I think you get them a bit longer now though. It's been delayed a little bit. So you've got another couple of weeks of their company, which isn't usually think it's a good thing, but it's not. But yeah, Tess says she cannot confirm or deny. So if she wasn't, she'd deny. So that's
that's confirming. Yeah, when people say that, it's basically confirming, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you'd be happy to deny it, wouldn't you? So
yeah, you'd be straight in with a denial. You'd be straight in with a no. But
like Russ was. He was straight no.
He was straight no. Rich was a straight nope as well. Tess has too much hesitancy in hers for there to be a no there. Yeah. Jesus, Tess. Go back to counting pylons. That's got to be way more interesting.
I think we should get Tess on and I could just talk about Love Island.
Well, she could. I'll have a week off and you and Tess could just sit here and discuss whatever season it is of Love Island.
I don't actually know what season it is. It's been on for a while now, hasn't it?
I have no. Well, yeah, years in it. I think.
Well, it happens every year, so it's been going for quite a while.
Let's find
Well,
out, Scott.
every year. It didn't happen last year, but
What season is this of Love Island?
Russ says he doesn't watch it because he's always been busy watching paint dry.
Yeah. I've got to clean my teeth as well in March. Dentist in March. So I've got to start cleaning my teeth. What season is this of Love Island? This is season 7.
I feel like there's been more than that. But no, there's 7. My times.
You'll be half hour late. Oh, Tess is coming round. She's in with your love party, Scott. Tess is nipping round. She's coming to your party.
Yeah,
you and Tess. Just you and Tess.
Every Love Island fan is welcome.
Well, it's just going to be you and Tess, isn't it, so far?
Mate, I've got friends. You know what I mean?
Well, it's going to be you and Tess watching the final of Love Island, then discussing pylons, and then just listening to Steps albums.
What else can you want from a night? You know what I mean?
What more would you do on a Monday evening?
Exactly.
Wow, Tess, let us know how it goes next week. That amazing evening of frivolity, Love Island, pylon counting, and what was the last thing? Steps albums.
Yeah. So, practically, if you said to anybody, what would be your dream evening? It'd be spending the night with Scott, watching Love Island,
counting pylons,
and talking about Steps albums.
It's just, I mean, it would be a 10 out of 10, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there would be until I just saw Lou's comment where she looks very disappointed in me. When she says Steps and Love Island.
Mm.
Come on, Scott.
She does sound disappointed in that text, doesn't she?
I mean, she's obviously saying how much she's going to miss Kat. Her next neighbour's moving away. But Kat is one I'm watching Love Island with in the final. So if you're disappointed in me, you're disappointed in her as well.
I've got to say,
it was Kat that got me into it. She's the one that kept telling me to watch it. And I did. And I've got addicted. So she's worse than me. She's watched it for every single season it's been out.
I've got to say, Scott does make up for it for his work at the Arias, to be fair. He did sing Happy Birthday and the National Anthem on his own, pretty much, when I went up there the other week to watch them play a Wolves team. It wasn't a Wolves team, was it? Yeah, it was. No.
It was.
Man United 11. Yeah, Scott did make up for it that night. He almost rescued his own persona with a rendition of Happy Birthday on his own.
I do. So it was one of those awkward moments where I expected the crowd to join in and I could give up halfway through. Nobody joined in, so I had to do the whole thing a cappella.
No. It'd be very difficult to get a whole crowd singing that in such a big area with a small amount of people as well, I'd have thought. But
I had the owner next to me. So I had to go do something.
I went to Wolves yesterday, Wolves Spurs, and before the game, they did a round of applause for all Wolves ticket holders that had lost their lives over the last 18 months.
Yeah.
Due to the red. And it was just, very sad. And everybody was, even the Tottenham fans were clapping. But when you want to pay respects and it's awfully sad and that, but it went on for 5 minutes plus, and they were just showing their pictures on the screen with their names underneath. And they were in threes on the big screens. They were in threes, so it's 3 people. And you think, then it went to 2, and you're thinking, oh, good, they must be coming to the end now because it's gone odd numbers. But then it go back to 3, and you were literally, my shoulders were aching. It was like, I can't stop because that's, disrespectful. But it was like, so it was very poignant, but very shoulder achy as well. But I kept thinking to myself, if I can't clap for 10 minutes in honor of these people, then there's something wrong, But it was a bit of a, his shoulders were going. It was like, oh, come on.
One of those one monkeys.
It was like that. It was like them, the symbols. It was like that.
We've got a comment as well from Braden watching us on YouTube.
Oh, Braden.
Most of our watchers do come through Facebook. Most of the comments on there. But yeah, Braden, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Good evening, Braden. Braden Birkle, Hall 24. What are the other 23? Were they like your father and your grandfather and that? Were they, or what? Was it what's going on there? Are you the 24th, or are you? Because it's normally Roman numerals, isn't it? So we dot. What is it? XX1V, wouldn't it? XX1V 24.
Yeah, I don't know Roman numerals. I'm going to make 10, and then that's it for me.
Yeah, there's a great thing. There's a Canadian taxi driver on YouTube, and he talks you through counting to French to 100 in French. But it's really funny because he goes on about, and they get to 27, and they've got 3 numbers to tell you 2 numbers, because it's van and 5 and 6 and 2 and 12. That's 32. They're telling you 5 numbers to tell you 2 numbers, and it's just like, it's really funny because he just goes all the way through right up to 100 about how the French use lots of numbers to tell you 1 number.
Well, you say about French, when I was in Blackpool, did I tell you about the French cat I saw?
No, you didn't, Scott.
Okay, well, there's a French cat and an English cat having an argument on the seafront. So I also said, hey, what's going on here? And the English cat said, well, I'm the English cat. My name's 123. This is the French cat, Undertois. Said, and Undertois thinks she's a better cat than me. And he said, well, there's only one way to really prove it, and that's to have a race. See who is the best cat. I said, why don't we think of that? So anyway, he said, right, I'll tell you what, run across the beach, set boy in the middle of the seat, swim around that, and back. First one back here is the best cat. Anyway, the English cat won because the Undertois cat sank.
Hey! Top work, my Undertois cat sank. Nice.
So that's what you can expect from my comedy night. So, well worth the money. Come on.
You haven't given us your best material, have you?
No, that was just one of the weakest ones, mate.
That's right. That's the warm-ups, yeah.
That's warm-up material.
Good evening, Janice from Butlin, Skegness. I've been there. Good evening, Janice.
Here's a fact for you. First Butlins ever was the one at Skegness.
There you go, Janice. You are at the first Butlins ever. I hope you're having a lovely time.
Billy Bunting opened.
Isn't Skegness an absolute dump, though? It is a proper dump. The town. It is, seriously.
Didn't it get voted as like one of the 5th worst town in the world, or fifth worst place in the world? And some like Kabul was like,
yeah,
was honestly, like, higher.
Proper. It's, you think Blackpool's rough, but it's like a proper. And if there's anyone from Skegness, I do apologise, but your town centre, it's like it's stuck in the 70s. It's a proper minging, desolate seaside town. It's like it's just stereo. It is how they get away with it. I don't know. But
the Butlins there. It's only just down the road from a great theme park. It's in Ingermills called Fantasy Island. We've got, some great roller coasters there. Some indoor rides for the kids, and Europe's biggest outdoor market.
There you go. Happy days, look at that. Looks like having Annika Rice in it. Not Annika Rice, what's her name? Judith Chalmers. Judith Chalmers.
Challenge Annika.
Challenge Annika, that's her, yeah. Challenge Annika. It's like having Judith Chalmers. Been there today, Janice. Yeah, it must have its lovely places, like Scott just mentioned. But as a town, I went a few years ago. It was a way ago now. It was a scooter rally, so it was a few years ago. But geez, yeah, it needed a lick of paint. Let's say that minimum.
Well, Fantasy Island, the aforementioned theme park, is one of my favourites. It's not a massive one, but it's just a nice little place to go. You got a bit of everything. You got your rides, and then you can then go out to the market and have a walk around the market.
Okay,
it's a lovely little place, Shane. So I hope you enjoyed your day out there today.
Yeah, I obviously missed that bit, but yeah, she agrees because she's been there today. Happy days. Yeah, lovely.
It's outside of Skegness. It's in a place called Ingermills.
But it is a nice place to have it's by the seaside, isn't it, at the end of the day? You get that lovely seaside fresh air and things.
That's it.
I found something, Scott, in my house today.
Okay, is it something that you can show us? Or?
Yeah. So okay. I'll give you a clue. This is a bag my mum, who is no longer with us, my mum made for me you've got to guess what's in it, because I've actually got what's in it here. So I found it today. I was having a look for something, and I found it in a cupboard. So my mum made this bag for me at first school. I went to Sutton Park first school, so that's 40. I was there 5 to 9. Yes, it's 40 odd years ago. But she made this bag for this thing to be in, and this is the bag. See if you can guess what the thing is. That's the bag. My mum made that. It's a velvet material, green stitching. Green stitching, pull cords at the top, and my mum made that for this thing.
There's a good shout in the chat. I was going for nunchucks. I had you down as a sort of nunchuck kind of guy.
What, 5?
Yeah, mate. I sounds a very talented nunchucker.
It was Sutton Park, mate, not Cabell Primary School.
Yeah, mate. I've seen what Sutton Park's like.
Well, yeah, true,
yeah. So Tess thinks it's for a recorder. So does Russell. So does Linda. But Rachel, who wouldn't know you better, thinks it's for a packet of biscuits.
No, it's not for a packet of biscuits because you ain't going to get a lot in there, are you, Rachel? Let's face it. It is for a recorder. And there's the recorder.
Still got a recorder?
Yeah, it's still got a recorder. And it was a hand-me-down. So we couldn't afford them and that. So I had it first and then my brother had it. And that's masking tape. And it's still got my brother's name underneath, Timothy Leake. So it was during he is a couple of years younger than me. So he had it as a hand-me-down because we couldn't afford one each. But yeah, so there's the recorder. And I remembered, I got out the cupboard. I haven't learned anything, but I can do this. That's all I can remember. There you go. It's been EastEnders.
Luna's vein on that was a killer.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's like
That
40 years. I haven't seen this for 20 years. It was just in a cupboard. I just found it.
That's where there used to be one as well, where you start open, then you'd cover up the first hole, the second hole, and you'd like down the stairs and up again, and down the stairs.
3 Blind Mice. Hold on. I can't remember how 3 Blind Mice goes.
3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run.
This is great radio. EastEnders, I can do that.
I was about to say, I thought you were going to EastEnders then.
Yeah, that was EastEnders, yeah. EastEnders is really good because it's just basically a C major scale, so I can play that.
If you were told me, I could just go.
Go on in, do that. Something like that. Happy days.
That was. I literally went in the front room to turn it off. I thought I left the telly on.
Yeah.
It was that good.
Nick Berry's outside my house now singing. Every loser wins. Yeah. So there you go. So that is my. I'm not even going to review it. That is from my childhood. So, like Tess said, I don't think my brother, secondhand spit. Yeah, I don't think Tim's not musical like in the sense of the way that I am. So I don't think he used it much. I think it just had his label on because he obviously took it to school at some point. So that's at least, let's say, 43 years old, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's the recorder.
My question is, when I was at school, probably sounds a bit like yourself, Andy. Like first school, everyone was made to learn the recorder.
Yeah.
Does that still happen? Do kids have to do a recorder?
They certainly don't do it at ours. I mean, different type of school for us, but I don't know if they do. I don't know if music's a big part of any curriculum. We have a lesson for music, but we just get the percussion instruments out and they bash the drums and scratch the glockenspiels. But I don't know if it's a lesson anymore, is it?
You got a drum kit? Have to come round.
I have, and the school has like a what's it called, bongo type thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bongo set, like 3 of them in a line. I usually get the guitar out and we make up our own songs normally. But yeah, I don't know if is music still part of us. Like you say, you always had a music lesson, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, imagine there's still music lessons going on at like the high schools and stuff like that. And I think it got like first school we just had like recorded lessons every so often. That was it. Then we like went to middle school. We had a bit of a music lesson, but it was more like having fun with music. And then high school it got a bit more serious. But then you had to choose whether you wanted to do it in 10 or 11 or not.
Yeah, I think in our school now, which I'm sure is the same mainstream, like we've got these big white touch screens, and you can sort of mix drawing with music. So you draw shapes to make notes.
Yeah,
so it's like a bit more interactive. So we have that sort of thing going on, but I don't know. There we go. Secondhand spit. Because they always spit dribbled at the bottom, didn't it? It always dribbled at the bottom.
When you finish, you just put loads of spit on the floor. Yeah.
Unless you went with mine.
If anybody's got anything they do want to say, though, we'll talk about. You literally got about 3 minutes before the show ends. And as Andy's got to go and watch Love Island tonight, we are going to be finishing quite promptly. Because he did say to me beforehand, I don't want to do the show because I don't want to miss Love Island. I said, I'll make sure we finish bang on time for you, Andy.
You did, yeah.
That's great, thank you.
You've got to go and get Tess is now in her own library digging out pylons 1987 to 1993. You're going to go upstairs and find your last 3 Steps albums.
Matt, I don't need to find them. I don't need to find them, mate. They're out on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, on there. Tess will be looking for pylons encyclopedia. She's going to nip round, and you two can sit there with your VCR ready to record the important bits for Love Island. That'll be nice.
Yeah, sounds a date to me. That.
Yeah, sounds cracking.
Yeah.
There's a very important era.
What dates are made for it? That first dates.
I think it's perfect. I think you get to know somebody with those 3 items. You can get to know somebody very well.
100%. I mean, if they're a Steps fan, that's a big tick to start with, isn't it?
Well, she does a lot of walking, so whether you can connect that.
Yes.
And pylons are high. Is that Steps? Reach for the Sky?
No, that was S Club 7.
S Club 7. Okay, so I was just trying to make a connection. I was trying to make a connection, Scott, for you.
Well, okay, I'll say this: that wasn't S Club 7 because S Club 7 did Reach for the Stars, not Reach for the Sky.
Okay,
but I didn't want to be a knob about it, so I just kind of I just accepted it.
Yeah, cracking. Cheers for that. Yeah. It's not really my genre, to be fair. Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm looking forward to Tess sending a written report to us all.
Snuck in at the end, but I pretended to play the recorder at school just to get on stage. I was rubbish, should we put it? But got away with it, and that's what matters. If you got away with it. Yeah. It
doesn't matter. Yeah, look at me. I've just got away with it. I can play. All I've done is I couldn't play EastEnders when I had it, obviously, because I was only 5. So I've just transcribed that from the guitar, really, while I was sat here. If anyone wants to know how to play EastEnders, it's just a C major scale up and down. If you ever want to know, there you go.
I used to be able to play it on the piano.
Yeah.
Couldn't play piano. It's just you press that one, then just go up one, and then
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
And you use one finger to do it like that.
Yeah. So that's why it transfers really to this, because these are just a straightforward scalar instrument. Happy days.
There you go.
Happy days.
Music lessons with Andy Leake.
Yeah. Lessons with Leakey, innit?
Leaky lessons.
Well, we've got to go, Scott, because I know you want to get away. I know you're adamant you've got to get away tonight.
We have. But I did think of one more. Don't let your knowledge leak away. Have lessons with Andy Leake.
Nice. See what he did there.
Mark the man joke for you, mate.
Triangle was easier. Yeah. You just stand at the back and ting. But didn't know, because sometimes you have to do that between the angles, didn't you?
Yeah, at the end, but when the drummer's doing the old cymbal roll like that.
Yeah.
You do the old.
Yeah.
But yes, it is time for us to wrap this up. Andy, enjoy your final tonight.
Yeah, I will do, mate. I'll let you know all about it next week.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone again for joining us. We'll be back next Monday from 7:30. We might hopefully have some news for you as well coming up. So make sure you're here next week.
Yeah,
be there. Everyone, take care and look after yourselves. Have a great rest of the week.
Have a great evening, guys. Good evening. See you later. Ta-ra.